I don't know what happened there. I got disconnected somehow. Didn't get reconnected. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened with that. Something about an unstable connection or something. Probably where I was playing music or something. They silenced me. Hell, I had a damn remote control play the Star Wars themes on one of my drones triggered a copyright thing. I was like, good grief, really? And it just made the little chime of the Star Wars theme. I'm like, that's ridiculous. Probably. But yeah, a lot of the firecrackers are on that list. A lot of the shells. Like I said, a lot of products from this year was on that list too. Like, dogs not stop barking and stuff that come out only in the year of the dog here. Most of the time they're about a year or two behind on that, but I think people and you know YouTube videos in particular are helping the people get busted a lot faster. I was looking at the places that got hit, and I've seen same places in YouTube videos with the products clearly being shown on the shelf. And then they wonder why these places get hit. I mean, if you care about somebody's business and their livelihood and stuff, please keep shit to yourself. I mean, damn, it's not that hard. I mean, yeah, you probably get a lot of subscribers and be really popular if you give anybody any information they ask for, but it's not a good idea. You're only shooting yourself in the foot when we can't get nothing but sparklers and shit. Well, I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, AKJS, Kennels, ROL. You guys are always hanging out. I do appreciate it. But yeah, check out the new recall list on the fireworks and check out the different places that got busted for them, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. And tonight, more or less, Finley River, I'm talking about loose lip sink ships, basically. I mean, in our hobby, there's fireworks and stuff that are what I like to call special. There's stuff that shouldn't be in the country by the legal limits and all that, but they are. And we try to keep those quiet. We don't give the names out so they stay on the shelf longer. And it also protects the people that are selling said items so they can make their money. But there's some people that don't care. They give that information out freely online, and then these places get busted. These people are on the hook for, God knows, probably tens of thousands of dollars, might lose their businesses over it, but somebody got a lot of views on their YouTube videos, so it's really important. If you're lucky enough to find a store that has good product on the shelves, keep your mouth shut. Don't put it on camera. And if you do, edit that shit out. Because you're just hurting yourself if you love the hobby. Sounds like a good night there, Pyro. Believe me, there's worse things that could be had, that's for sure. But yeah, you just don't want to help the damn enemy do their job. But I'm afraid people do. I try to be careful about what I do, what I show, what I talk about, everything like that. Everybody slips up. Nobody's perfect. But if I do slip up, it's not because I did it on purpose. because I want to be able to buy the products that I know as long as I possibly can without having to learn an entirely new list of shit again. Not to mention the people that are losing their business and their money and possibly going to prison over said shit. It's not worth a YouTube video. Cool, man. You should copy one of your pictures when you go insulator hunter. That'd be a good video for your channel, man. Especially if it's something really interesting. I'll be right back. I'll open up the door and let some fresh air in here. It's hot. Quite warm. Yeah. Fire room emergency. I'm back. If anybody's still here. But yeah. I'm thinking about changing my channel around and expanding it. I'd like to go and try to do like adventure stuff or some shit. I don't know. Maybe some explorations of some hard to get to places or remote areas or old buildings or houses or caves or some shit like that. I don't know. But it's something that's relevant to more people than just fireworks, you know. Fireworks are relevant to most people only a couple of times a year, if that. Even though it's my love, it's not that popular. You're a puppy yapping out there. Oh shit. Warm, very warm. This pyro cave stays hot. Keeps everything good and dry, that's for sure. Hey, what's up, KB? How you doing, man? Let's talk about that recall list that they've got up now. It's pretty expansive. Kind of surprised by the product and the amount of time that it actually took to get on the list. Just a lot quicker this year. I think YouTube's had a little something to do with that in a way. I would just type in 2019 firework recall list and bring up a list, or I might have a link. Well, yeah, I was going to ask if I could post a link on my own channel. That's part of it right there, but there's a lot more to it than that. I saw they had Crazy Kings on there and Rise from the East and It Shells and all kinds of shit. A few of them were surprising, like a couple boxes of different types of festival balls is on the list, and one of the boxes I've had, and I didn't see nothing particularly overloaded about it or special, so I don't know why it's on the list. But a lot of the, like I said, I was just surprised that the new product. Usually they're a year and a half behind on that shit, you know. But this year they're about 6 months behind on this shit. So I know you guys are careful about what you do and what you say, but there's a lot of people in here, and you guys all know that what I'm talking about. That's just not careful. Yeah, it's like Grandma's fireworks. One of the people that got hit on that list, I not too long ago just watched a video on here with somebody showing the Rise in the East and Crazy King crackers on the shelf and everything. They're one of the places that got hit. Oh shit! I didn't know that, man. I didn't even know Tennessee Streams. We'll have to collab, man. What's up, Dark? How's it going, man? Jameson? Yeah, I've been wanting to have more than one person on to talk to start with. You know, it's a lot easier to keep a subject going when you have a conversation. Thank you, Easy Tips and Tricks. I appreciate it. Randy Matthews, how you doing, brother? Chill and talk about this ban on this fireworks and shit. It's bullshit. Well, the speed on some of it's a little alarming. Some of it's expected, old stuff, you know, but some of it's not. Ah, cool, man. Is it running good? Ah, just the CPS recall and stuff's got a lot of current product on it this year, and a lot of stores like Grandma's, a few places in Michigan, Pennsylvania got hit. Now they have to give people's money back and all this other shit. Probably a lot of fines and everything else. Damn. You wouldn't think people would do that since I'm like right beside the police station. But sweetness. Oh, you talking about like a ground bloom flower and putting it in a slingshot and shooting it up in the air? I can see that'd be cool. I've watched that CPSC and their committee, and they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about 98% of the time. They don't even know what fireworks are. Just a bunch of people that got a political appointment that's sitting on a office or a chair or whatever the fuck it is that don't even need to exist. It's not in safety. It's just another back channel for big government, not big government, but big industry like Phantom and TNT to try to manipulate the system around the smaller guys that are just trying to get a nut, you know? That is pretty cool if you can get them up high enough. I know what you mean. I've attached them to rockets and stuff where they get dropped off. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you get too many industries regulating the same damn thing and it ends up in chaos. But usually chaos is good for us, so oh well, right? Yeah, shoot them adult snaps from a slingshot. Now that is pretty cool. I've done that. That was one of my first thought I had when I got them. I'm like, oh, I know what I need to do with this. I got some of them, oh hell, light up helicopter things that you shoot up with a slingshot. I was using the slingshot that come with that to shoot them. Them rocket copter shit or things or hell, it's Friday night. That's where you ever been in one of them moods where you want to go out and do something, but you don't feel like it, like you're bored and you really, really want to do something, but then again, you're just like, I don't want to leave the house. That would be pretty cool, man. Be cool if you could make a shell that would go up and then break and disperse, several of them over a large area. Like, what if you put a bunch of the small ground bloom flowers, the jumping jacks, into a shell, left, enough burst charge to blow the shell up and ignite the paper wicks? That'd probably work. A certain percentage of them would work. Probably enough to be cool. Yeah, here in West Virginia, it was a safe and sane state for a long time where we could get ground bloom flowers and crackle balls and stuff like that. So you had to get inventive, and it didn't take long to add a slingshot into the mix. Yeah, I actually think it'd be cool to do it as in a shell form. I might try to hollow out a 5-inch canister shell and fill it full of jumping jacks and see what will happen. Leave the burst charge intact, take everything else out. That might be pretty cool. That's true. Well, I could probably put together one right now, but I don't have any jumping jacks. I only ground boom flowers I have are the large ones that blow up after they get done spinning, which considerably heavier. I mean, you'd probably fit a couple of them to a 5-inch canister shell, though. Oh, a zip shell, that would be cool. Blah, that noise them things make is just crazy, man. Like I said, we got creative with fireworks for a long time because it was a West Virginia safe and sane state. And that's when I first started making my own firecrackers and shit. And then most of the injuries every 4th of July was due to people making homemade stuff and not knowing what they're doing, which had, more to do with the fact that fireworks were illegal than anything. The law was actually causing more harm than it was good because people went their own route and didn't know what they were doing. had a cake a few years ago that had that effect, and it was really, really cool because right in the center of the burst charge and stuff as the fireworks were going off, it just looked like a swirling mass of lava and fire. It was just really badass in the sky. See, I put together an LED shell by taking LED lights and running it down the side of a canister shell and then putting the battery in the top of the can. You know, like the little batteries that come with toys and stuff. That way it would strobe the lights up and down before it blew up. It works, but you really need to put the battery in something rubberized so it don't, become a projectile when it explodes. LED shells, that'll be something cool. G4 shells were on that list too. Certain type were. The blue ones. Well, I don't drink, but I do like to smoke. And it can have, well, I guess it's like drinking. It can have either or effect. Really good ideas or no ideas at all. Yeah. Yeah, it's a damn shame. I don't know. I hadn't had the privilege of getting them. Probably never will now. Hell, everything that's on that list, price just jumped. It's like, damn. Every firework on that list was already high because people knew what they were, but now that they're outed, so to speak, the price of them will go up. Yeah, that's how a lot of people die too. They're like, "Hey, hold my beer. What's this?" I had to institute a no drinking and fireworks policy about 5 or 6 years ago, actually, because we had a really scary 4th of July. Shit was flying everywhere. It wasn't cool. No, not all. But a lot of the videos and tours and stuff was a concern that I saw because there were a lot of the people that had done tours of a lot of these stores were the stores that got hit. I don't think that's a coincidence. That's big, man. I got my vape pen right here. Although my cart's looking a little dry, it's on its last leg. I can't get anything off regular flour anymore after smoking these concentrates, man. That's the bad part. I gotta have like fucking 97% or some shit just to get ripped. Yeah, I'm just surprised by the speed of it because, like I said, in my experience, I noticed that they're about a year and a half behind. Now they're about 6 months behind, which is bad. Dude, I've subbed to thousands of people, but I've seen the tours and the product on the shelf right on the YouTube video, man, of the stores that got hit and the same products were taken off the shelf. I mean, could be coincidence. I don't know if the people got them busted or not, but if you see something good on the shelf, don't put your fucking camera on it. It's not that hard. Keep it to yourself. Buy that shit and flip it for a profit, even. But don't spread it on YouTube. Mm, I don't know if they're closing in or not, but they seem to be getting faster. And there seems to be anybody's done this for a while. I'm sure it's been approached with somebody you're thinking, God damn, that's got to be an agent, you know. So they are out and about. Hell, there could be one here right now for all we know. Yep. Unfortunately, these carts, when they get towards the bottom, they're pretty foul. This one had a high CBD in it, and the CBD is just fucking nasty. That would be cool. I want to make gondolas myself. That's what I'd like to get really good at, but it looks like something that's a masterwork. Most of the ones I've seen are really complex. Well, Pyro dude update. He said he's doing better. They moved him out of the intensive care unit, and they're going to put a defibrillator in him. I think this evening they did. And they hope they'll let him go home. It does, but his heart stopped on him, man. He said he died like 3 fucking times over the last week. Started off by getting sick, and he said it was throwing up. I'd say he got dehydrated. His electrolytes and shit got out of balance, and his heart just stopped, and he probably basically died. But they brought him back. They say his heart's not damaged, and he's fine. Otherwise, it was just a freak occurrence. But they're going to put a defibrillator in him just in case, But he'd been in the hospital since last week, man. He's always been a loyal dude that always pops up. He always hangs out, If he's not here, there's usually a reason. I'm just glad he's doing all right. That's the important thing, I've got to be pretty good buddies with him, talking to him on here over the years, He's one of the people I can really say I trust here, As far as online people go, you know what I'm saying? But we seem to have a good group. We're pretty much envied by most people, actually, from the lack of drama that most of us pyros have. We have drama from time to time, but for the most part, we don't care about shit like that. That's me, man. I'd have went and saw the dude, but he lives all the way on the other end of the country from me, so it's just not possible. Maybe if I was rich, but I'm not rich. Seriously thinking about changing my channel around and doing something different, though. I'm thinking about making it like an adventure channel. Have small adventure tours and stuff, maybe like wilderness areas that are isolated and hard to get to, or maybe cave explorations that are unmapped and shit, or old houses and buildings or some stuff. I don't know. Just gonna try to diversify my channel. Some stuff might work, some stuff might not. I might actually learn how to edit and shit too. That'd probably go a long way. I mean, I can edit, to be honest. I'm just too lazy to fuck with it most of the time. I don't care. I never really worried about being fancy about it, you know. What's up, Pirate Chip? How you doing? Of course, I tried adding drones to my channel, but there's a lot of drone shit out there. Vaping Adventures 2020. Hell yeah, that would be cool. I could actually do that too, but you wouldn't really be able to tell much difference with me. I don't really get that rip. I hear you, bro. Yeah, that's true. Oh, I understand. Anytime anybody can stop in and say hello, I appreciate it. Everybody. As long as they can be, sensible and not act like a jackass, I'm good with everybody. Of course, I smoke a lot of weed too, so that might have something to do with it. Tell you what, max load pyro, have you ever tried out an E-Leaf Mini? These fuckers are awesome. I can show you what it is with the empty cart. See, just this little side battery here. Just got your activate button. What I like about this one more than I do most of these small ones, it's actually got the readout on it. And it'll show you your voltage and everything, how much you got left. These are nice. Yeah. I don't think they will monetize me even easy tips and tricks because fireworks are, like, I think in the first paragraph of the YouTube policy, you're not allowed to do anything pyrotechnics or anything that explodes is against YouTube's policy. That's kind of like what my channel has always been about. So unless I completely change my channel, I don't think I could ever get monetized. Yeah, well, I'm not even going to get started on that subject. Cool, man. Welcome to the chat, dude. Anytime, bro. Oh, dude, I've got so many editing tools and shit that's on my computer, I can't even keep track of it. Like I said, it's more of a lack of really giving a shit than anything. Yeah, pretty much, man. Although I've seen what people can make on some of them explore videos and stuff, and it is insane. I'm like, I know where cooler shit than that is. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I just need like a hot chick or something to explore with me. It'd be like YouTube gold there. I tell you, man, the double standard is real. Let me tell you. Oh yeah, man. You just put a good-looking chick on there with a rack up front, and people will click it regardless of what it is. Yeah, sell it for chemical waste, maybe. Oh, my bathwater's always got gunpowder in it. Seriously, man, I was driving home not too long ago from my pyro site. My damn head was itching like hell. I'm like, why my head itching? And the combination of sweat and all the powder that was in my hair was irritating my scalp. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. I got pulled over one night and he's like, "Why your eyes are red?" I'm like, "Because I got fireworks in my eyes fall out." And he's looking at me funny and I'm like, "Dude, watch." I shook my head and black powder fell out into my hand. I'm like, "See?" And I do have safety glasses and stuff like that. That shit fogs up on me all the time. It's just too hot. I haven't found a safety glass that won't fog up on me. Not when it's 90 degrees in the summertime. Pretty much. And of course, I had done smoked all day too. It might have a little bit to do with it, but still, I ain't gonna tell him that. The two kind of goes hand in hand. I don't know about you, but if you are a pyro that smokes, you kind of like to do both together. One kind of helps the other. Yeah, I'd like to expand and get a bigger audience and stuff. And I think the health benefit of getting out and actually doing some explorations again would help me. It's just I'm gonna have to scale things down from the way I used to do it. My problem is I've gotten older. I've got health issues now to deal with that I didn't have before, but I try to go at things like I used to, and then I end up regretting it. And some of the places and some of the things I want to do, you know, you can't be there unless you're ready to be there, or you could risk somebody's life. I don't know. I want to fly a drone inside of a cave underground. I think that would make a cool YouTube video. I know this one cave that's got rooms that stretch out for freaking half a mile underground. It's gigantic. I mean, you could fit a shopping mall in some of these caverns. I want to be like in the debris field through the rocks and have the drone go over inside the cave, and film. It just, I know the GPS isn't going to work underground, I'm sure. So, well, I'm getting ready to go. The only problem is I have to get somebody to drop me off there because it's on private property. I have to sneak through to get to the cave now. I used to park my car beside the road, but can't do that anymore. Too many people went inside the cave and was partying and causing too much environmental damage and shit. So they put a stop to that, put a cave gate on it and everything. Although I know like 15 different ways of getting in there, so they can't stop me, but still. I think it'd be a cool video. It's best to go to the caves in the middle of winter, though. About January, February is about the best time to go. All the bats are hibernating, and the caves are a lot drier in the winter than they are in the summer and spring and stuff. Even though they're caves, they're porous limestone, so if it's rainy weather outside, it seeps through the cave and turns the dust into a horrible, horrible fucking layer of mud. But there's some stuff in there, man, that looks like shit off the Lord of the Rings. There's this one part where there's an underground river that goes through the cave, and there's all these little caverns that come out from the side walls and stuff. And just that view with the mist and stuff coming off the water in that giant room is insanely cool. Yep, mostly the garbage. That and people were going inside and camping and building fires, and it was killing the bats. So the Environmental Protection Agency and all that shit. Yeah, I need better cameras and stuff, period. If I'm going to go into it seriously, go into a YouTube channel, then I'm going to have to get better equipment for sure. Take my family, just got home from shopping. I just heard somebody pull up. I mean, I've got that Canon Rebel, but that's a hell of a heavy camera to be taking in a cave. I need something light, like a GoPro for cave exploring. Something that would snap on my head would be good. Yeah. I'm about 6'2", 220, so I'm not that bad. Oh, I plan on going through it pretty leisurely and slow. I don't go at anything hard anymore. I gotta take my time these days. Rabies indeed. I got a raccoon problem now. Well, now I got that part covered, dude. I got a bunch of those headlamps that run off of those 1060 batteries or whatever. I was reselling those, buying wholesale and reselling at swap meets there for a while. So I've got some pretty powerful lights. That and some regular lanterns. Always remember, if you go into a cave, you want triple redundancy on your light source. Hello.
I got you something there for food.
You did. Well, that's good. Oh, dude, a strobe would be cool, but I wouldn't want to use a strobe in there because of all the smoke being underground, man. You do not want to do that. I'm speaking from experience here. You don't want to do that. You don't think a strobe puts out that much smoke? You do when you're underground with it. Damn, I want to go now. I might do that shit tomorrow. Put together an exploration to the caves. Yep, stay tuned, guys. That'd be a hell of a live, but there wouldn't be no way you could go live inside of a cave. Civil War used to mine, the Confederates mined saltpeter to make gunpowder in these caves during the Civil War. Damn. 10 years, huh? You got your hands full. I got an old house myself that I've been trying to fix up over the years. It was made back in the early 1900s, actually.
Where?
What you got?
I don't know if you know any of the characters, but it's Blizzard, so I thought maybe you would.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
The characters on the back.
Have you not opened it yet?
No, it made me think of it.
Huh. She got me a blind box. Cool. Yep. See, they would make these cradles, they would call them, fill them full of straw and like a kind of a V shape, and they pour the soil into it, and they strain water through until they try to get a concentrate of the potassium nitrate or whatever it is, the saltpeter out of the soil. And when the water got thick enough to be able to float an egg, they knew that was good, and then they would dry it out and use it for their mixture and everything. There's still wagon tracks and stuff from where they mined it back in the day inside the caves, and there's actually still some graffiti up on the walls from the 1800s, actually. Hey, Mother Nature, how you doing? Yeah, no doubt. Squeaky, squeaky. I'm not bad. Just chilling. Kind of bored on a Friday night. One of those moods where you want to go do something, but you don't really feel like doing anything, if that makes any sense. It's like, shit, I'm bored. I want to do something, but I'm like, why bother? I don't know. But at any rate, I've been bored all day. So I come in here and I started cleaning up and moving stuff around and figured, hell, I got tired of that, so I'll go live and see what everybody else is into. Most people's just chilling, enjoying a beer, or partaking in a little something, you know. I got my little vape cartridge here, so I'm good. Oh yeah, I always do fireworks. I'll probably go shoot some tomorrow night, actually, just for the hell of it. But when you do it all the time, you know, it does kind of wear thin on people. I've never known you not to. Stuff flows like water out there. It's hard to come by around here, though. Getting better on that front, though. Oh, I know. I seen you guys during harvest time with your totes and your little scissors and shit, complaining about your hands hurting. I'm like, seriously, guys, really? I'm like, you're complaining when there's people like me that has to pay a fortune for slag. Can't help it. I'm just jealous about that, I guess. It's not right. What's free for one American should be free for all Americans. Dude, I want to go. I wouldn't mind getting a group together and going tonight, actually. That'd be pretty cool if I could remember how to get there. I'll make some calls tomorrow and see if I can't get a group together, because you never go into a place like that by yourself. Then we gotta have somebody drop us off and pick us up. That sucks. I hear you. I wouldn't mind making my own vape carts, though. I mean, I like flour. There's nothing better than the real thing, you know, as far as taste and everything like that goes. But there's something to be said for the convenience of these cartridges, you know. And if you get the live resin cartridges, it's a lot better than the extracts, I think anyway. Not as many chemicals and shit in there. Yeah, I do too. Now, I've seen people at the amusement park. They were walking around with vapes hitting them, and I'm like, I know what that cartridge is. I know what that cartridge is. They didn't care. I'd left mine at the campground because they have instituted dogs at the random times at the park. Get called out for no crazy shit. Hey, Tammy Lynn, I haven't seen you in a long time. How you been? I hope you've been good. Well, thank you. That's very nice of you, Mother Nature. I've enjoyed my experience here. It's been beneficial. Like I said, you inspired me to be a more positive person, and I do try, although it's not my nature to be a positive person, but I do try. I'm not bad, but it's going to get crazy here pretty soon with my mother and father coming to move in with me. That's going to be an experience, but it's only for a couple of months, but it's going to be difficult. Having two families in one house is always difficult. Thanks for stopping by, Tammy. I appreciate it, man. Good night. Take it easy. Easy tips and tricks. I know. I don't get along with my old man. He's just one of those people that wakes up pissed off looking for something to bitch about. That's just his nature. But I'm going to try to enjoy the time with my mother because her health has been so bad, and it'll be nice being able to have some time with her. Is how I'm going to look at it. But they're getting a new house built, and they're tearing down the old house and everything like that, and they're building the new house on the old house's foundation. So they're going to stay with me while that's going on. And then their pets is probably going to be the biggest issue because my mom's got Pomeranian dogs, and they're not going to react very well with my cats, and so I don't know. Yep, they'll be here for a few months. They're going to build a bridge too. They're bringing in an engineer from Sweden. Is going to be the guy that designs and builds the bridge. So who knows how long that's going to take. Yeah, bridge. It's in a the house itself is like you've seen my videos, or if you have, where I let my fireworks and stuff off. On the hillside, it's the house down in the valley. It's on a plateau, but it's in the drainage basin of like three mountains. So in the spring and stuff like that, when you got the heavy rains, it comes through and it makes more or less a river that cuts a channel right across the driveway. So a bridge had to be made over top of it. It's exactly like a moat. It's a very defensible position if you needed to, because one's rock. I mean, it's surrounded by straight up and down cliffs and a giant gully and a river. It's only accessible from the bridge or the backside against the tree lines. Take it easy, Tammy. Thanks for stopping by. Let me know you're still out, man. But that's what I like about that property is because it's in the middle of nowhere and you can do what you want. I can let off fireworks and explosives and I don't have to worry about the law or people coming to hassle me and bug me about it. So, it's a good place to be. And then I went and bought a house here in the middle of town with an obnoxious old lady next door that likes to get in my shit all the time. And I hate that. I'm not used to dealing with people. Not, well, not used to dealing with people that I can't strangle. Let's put it that way. And this old lady makes me want to reach out and just, I'm sorry, but just one of those people. That and getting used to hearing people all the time. That's something that's really strange about living in town now. Before all these years, if you heard somebody, then they're not supposed to be there, and you're kind of wondering why, But here, there's houses everywhere. There's shit going on all the time. Oh, I swear, man. The latest drama is somebody poisoned their dogs, they believe, and both of their dogs died. And she thought I had done it, like I would do something like that. Oh, like shit, I'm an animal lover. I got a house full of critters. I wouldn't do that shit. I don't even put poison out for a mouse. It's a horrible way to die. But that's the kind of person. She just pisses off that many people. It's hard to tell who done that. Probably somebody you shouldn't mess with because they're not very mentally stable. If you start killing little creatures and shit, that's one of the signs of a serial killer. Although they did bark all the time. And I wanted to get them, but I wouldn't do something like that. Cops are over there all the time. It's just like, good grief. Why can't we all just get along, That's horrible, dude. If I was going to kill something, I'd pull a pistol out and blow its head off. If I was going to kill something. Poisoning something is horrible. It's a horrible way to die. Well, thanks for stopping by, Mother Nature. I appreciate it. Have a good night. It's a little earlier for you. It's 11:39 for me. I think I'm getting ready to get off here and get ready to have some my dinner here. I think I have some roast beef sandwiches to get to here in a minute. A little bit of Arby's tonight. No, they ain't waiting on me, man. I just got some Arby's in a paper bag here. They've been shopping all day. My daughter's got her school friends and stuff spending the weekend with her or something or another. I don't know. I see him every now and then just in the house randomly. Oh, there's something squirting around in there. Yeah. Steak and baked potato, that's all good. Tacos. Taco. I like them Dorito tacos, man. Got the Dorito shell on it. I love them things. I got to take my heartburn medication and stuff like that before I eat them, though. Ain't that sad? Well, guys, I appreciate everybody coming hanging out with me tonight, but I am going to get off here and enjoy my roast beef. So you guys take her easy. Have a good night, everybody.